README, which is which is an automated platform for text evaluation. This platform is available for the Romanian language, but it's also extended to English, and it can also be extended to other languages if we have models. Today I will focus on the morphosyntactic corrections, and you will see why. Let's have a little bit of context. So our society needs good writing skills because we communicate through writing. Either if we write social media posts or if we have a blog and we write our ideas, or even as today, where we write papers for conferences. We need good writing skills, and no matter where we write, our ideas that we expose need to be clear, coherent, and correct in terms of grammar, and also we need to adapt our communication to the public. Okay, so I cannot speak here the same as I speak at home or with my 5-year-old niece. And also, these skills do not develop instantly. We need to practice them. So take for example the Romanian high school students when they have to pass their exams. Okay, without a proper guidance, they experience some writing anxiety, and eventually they may fail in their writing exams. And this guidance comes from their teachers, right? And the problem here is that the evaluators are overwhelmed by the amount of papers they need to grade. And we have a study conducted by Eurostat which says that in the European Union there are 12 students per teacher on average, and in Romania there are 14. But as far as I remember in high school, our Romanian language teacher had to grade almost 30 essays because we were 30 students in that class. And what did we do in order to improve our writing? Well, firstly, we needed to learn more words, and then we needed to learn more ways to express ourselves. And of course, practice, right? But even though we did practice, without any evaluation from our peers or our teachers, we couldn't get substantial progress. And the easiest way to get feedback is using an automated system, right? Because it's instant and it's somehow correct. Our proposed solution is README, which is a smart learning environment for students that are writing either in Romanian or in English. And README is not only an automated writing evaluation system, but also a learning management system. And you can see here, I think in this picture, this is the AWA section where we have a scoring component based, which was trained on some graded essays from students, and we have a feedback component in the right side of the page, which uses the indices provided by ReaderBench that Professor Trăușan mentioned earlier. As a learning management system, README provides 3 types of users, so the administrator, the trainee, which is the student, and the mentor, which is the teacher, and several features like user management, homework management, and essay management for students and teachers, and also gives teachers a way to supervise their students and give feedback and grades, and the student passes through the feedback pipeline, which consists of diacritic restoration, morphosyntactic analysis, and semantic analysis on different granularity levels like word, phrase, paragraph, and document. In terms of morphosyntactic complexity, the Romanian language is pretty complex. And you have here a picture, I don't know if you can see it, my point was not to see it. And where you can see that words change their form when expressing grammatical relations, So you can change forms through declension or through conjugation, and each of these is separated in different, let's say, different parts based on cases, tenses, moods, person, whatever, and so on and so forth. In a previous implementation of our README system, we identified 3 types of errors: dissonances, repetitions, and punctuation errors. Afterwards, we improved the system and added some relations between the subject and predicate, and also between nouns and other parts of speech. And we will talk about the later ones right now. Our pipeline is implemented in Spacie, and we have a pretty good part of speech tag accuracy, which is 97%. So the rules identified are for the verbal predicate, which, as you know, changes its form, either the verb or the auxiliary part, based on the subject's gender and number. I will pass quickly through this because all of us know these grammar rules. Afterwards, we identify the nominal predicate, which is composed by a copulative verb and the predicative name. So this is an example. The car is gray. Okay, so the copulative verb is este and the predicative name is gri. And our Spacie tagger identifies gri as the root and este as the auxiliary part. We also identify the relations between nouns and other parts of speech. So, for example, nouns and adjectives, nouns and ordinal number, cardinal number, and indefinite article. And we also can identify multiple subject and multiple predicate. But what we don't do, we cannot tell if a noun is in the neutral gender because we are missing this flag from Spacie. We also have troubles when identifying the relation between a noun that denotes a group and the verb, because you can use it either in its singular or plural form. And also we have problems for the nominal predicate when the last part is represented by the participial form of the verb. And of course, we sometimes cannot differentiate between adverbs and adjectives. For example, in the sentence Băiatul frumos citea, we cannot say if the boy was nice or if he was reading nicely. And that's a problem. This is how our user interface looks like. In the top part, we have the wizard-like, the steps from the wizard interface. In the left part, we have the text, which is underlined. All the mistakes are underlined. And in the right part, we have the corresponding suggestions that we are asking the user, that actually we are trying to identify. And of course, when clicking the one or the other highlights. I will show you in a small demo afterwards. So, in conclusion, README is a complex tool for improving written text in Romanian. It's developed also for the English language, and it can be extended to other languages. We have a wizard-like interface where we integrated a rule-based system for identifying morphosyntactic mistakes. And as future implementations, we want to enhance our Spacie tagger. Also, we want to create more rules to identify different parts of sentence or parts of speech. For example, complements, attributes, adverbs. And we want to collect a larger corpus of human mistakes in order to better identify or to give better suggestions. And if you liked our presentation, on December 15th, the README interface will be live, and you can access it at readme-ai.ro. You can create an account and play with our feedback pipeline. And now, just a little demo I want to make because I have 5 more minutes. Okay, you can see it, right? This is the README interface. If you have an account, you can directly connect here. If not, you can sign up. So I will connect with my account. Okay, takes a while to connect, and afterwards you are displayed this page where you can enter a new text or you can upload here. Because the whole feedback pipeline it's a little bit time consuming, I will just load an essay from my database. I go here on essays and I have all my uploaded essays. I will choose this one and I will generate the feedback. So the text is here. Sorry. I can go through the diacritic restoration step and I see the words are highlighted in the left part of the page, and in the right part I have the correct version.
Can you maybe increase the font?
Sure, I can do that. Is it okay like this?
Yes, great.
Okay. So, for example, bucătărie, I was missing an O. And if I click on this one, then my text will change, and this correction will be accepted. Also, there are some mistakes here. Okay, this one, because I want the version without diacritics here. Okay. Afterwards, I go through the morphosyntactic analysis step, and I will show you here good and bad examples. We have bunicii avea, and if I click it, I will get a suggestion, and the suggestion is correct because I should have said bunicii aveau. But if you look here, this one, I have multiple mistakes on this area. This is a problem on our side because we are identifying era prelungire as a nominal predicate, and we are giving an error here. But in most cases it works. Okay. Afterwards, we can go to the feedback, to the semantic feedback, and as I said previously, it's divided into multiple categories for word, phrase, paragraph, and document granularities. Let's go to the paragraph one because it's more interesting. You see that they are highlighting with different weights, so the redder and the bigger the line, then the error it's worse. So I will just zoom out a little bit because you cannot see, or can we see? No, we cannot see the text. Okay, it says that the number of sentences is too low. Also, the number of words in the paragraph is too low, and we don't have cohesion between paragraphs. Okay, because the first paragraph is kind of bogus, and afterwards there is the real text. Also, on document level, I get kind of the same feedback in number of paragraphs, concept diversity, and also cohesion. So, thank you. If you have questions, please ask.
So I didn't have to show you the last year figures.
What do you think is the most challenging aspect of the semantic feedback?
Most challenging, provide good feedback, do not repeat the messages, and also be consistent with the whole text.
So consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
How do you define consistency?
Consistency means that we need to kind of talk about the same things and to have a connection between the paragraphs or the sentences, or it depends on which granularity level you are. But just basically to talk about the same things. Yes?
Do you know Grammarly?
Yes, I know Grammarly, and if you know Grammarly, then
It
you
looks,
see
at least
it's
from
similar,
the
right?
user interface.
Yes, yes. we know that it looks similar. Actually, we stole a few ideas from them. But
That's okay. If you make it better.
we'll try to make it better. Grammarly has more people working on it, so that's a plus. But on our side, we support Romanian, which they don't. They only have English and I think British and American. So we're trying to have a product that's available for multiple languages.
Starting with Romanian.
Starting with Romanian, yes.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yes.
You might want to incorporate some user feedback mechanism in your
Yes.
tool because it's very important. Some of the suggested corrections are okay, some of them are not, maybe very annoying for users
Yes.
writing. So it's very good to know which ones are annoying and just cut them off.
Yes, we want to have something like a dismiss and never show that message, and also we want to add some elements of gamification because users are interested in that. And if you encourage users to write, you need to give them something in return, like a badge, a trophy, a leaderboard, something.
Oh yeah, well yes and no for me personally.
How big is your team? Just
The team that's been working on this, 3 people.
oh,
Yes, so it's pretty small.
for what is the period of your project? How much time do you
The
have to-
period 2 years, and in the first year we developed the semantic tools, so the NLP tools, and afterwards in the last year we developed the interface.
Do you plan to participate in this open source space? I mean, add your work to that?
Yes,
or-
yes. So this work is already open source. You can access it as part of ReaderBench, which is an open source framework.
Okay, thanks.
I have always tried to have an application that allows me to make a correction, for instance, to correct, because the context dictates like this, the head word of a noun phrase, and all the constituents will be automatically flexed correctly according to this.
Yeah,
I think
that's nice.
your does
We
this
can-
very, very close to
Yes,
this.
but we don't alter the text automatically. We ask the user if he wants to alter it.
Yeah.
If we will be good enough, then probably we will do the.
And you have leaflets on the.
Yes, you have some leaflets if you're interested in the
Thank you
project.
very much. Elena.